I'm gonna say this, right? At the end, every truth is a lie. Every lie got the truth in it.
All right, now, Unc, recently your views have gotten into a lot of trouble with your videos being taken down with a lack of verified information.
We all worship one God, my brother. Don't fuck who you good. Do the same result. Ain't no God.
See, these beliefs are the same kind of beliefs that's getting your video content pulled off from the internet right now because you have no sources.
I don't think you understand what you say. Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna say I am gonna get mad. You're gonna find out when the fuck I'm mad. I'm sitting around here in a circle of people who don't know. All right, nobody knows. Somebody show me God right now.
Welcome to X-Files, where we reveal the previously unrevealed. Today will be 607 Unc having a discussion with a Christian, a Muslim, and a Jehovah Witness. Each of the members of fellowships have been handed a flag. When they have something to say, they will raise the flag, they will be acknowledged, and they will have their time to ask a question to 607 Unc. Respectfully, everyone's views will be heard, no one will be interrupted, and we will be discussing to see, can multiple religions be right, and can we coexist? All right, now, Unc, recently your views have gotten into a lot of trouble with your videos being taken down with a lack of verified information. You've yet to provide any sources for your knowledge, and the lies that you spread are finally catching up.
Pause. Well, how can a lie be turned? How can you tell the difference between truth and lie? Right? I'm gonna say this, right? At the end, every truth is a lie. And every lie got the truth in it. So what you're saying don't make sense. I don't think you understand what you say. You just say shit. And then you try to police shit. What the red flags for you? Listen, you can't stop me to talk when I'm talking. A red flag can't stop me. But it's a chakra color, right? I don't think you understand it. Yeah, it's a low vibrational color. Yeah, you also low vibrational shit. Here, I can see it in your face, in your eyes. I don't care if you have Muhammad here. Criminal Muslim. Well, I love the Muslims. I love the boys. Don't give a fuck who you great. It'll be the same result. Ain't no God.
We acknowledge the gentleman from the Muslim. Please go ahead.
You drawing off your lower self, sir.
Listen, a lot of people think that you should be angry. But Jesus, but he a Muslim, so I'm not gonna say the stuff. Jesus said it's okay to be angry, but don't go to sleep mad, right? Because the next day is programmed in your sleep. A lot of people think that being spiritual is an anger. Nigga, fuck that. If I'm mad, I'm mad, nigga. Because it's the balance. It's not the to get away from. Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna say I am gonna get mad. You gonna find out when the fuck I'm mad. Right? He making me mad right now because he don't understand what low vibrational is. Right? Because without low vibrational, how the fuck he gonna know what high vibrational is? You wouldn't understand.
See, these beliefs are the same kind of beliefs that's getting your video content pulled off from the internet right now because you have no sources.
I don't have beliefs. I keep telling you that. Belief what man thinks is true.
Okay, you also don't have sources.
I don't think you understand.
See, we're coming from a place when we actually have a background. There's sources and there's also references that we're telling.
What you looking for? Meaning of life? The meaning of life is not God. The meaning of life is not to be good. The meaning of life is not to be bad. Life neither has a meaning, it's meaningful, or it's meaningless. It depends on the person. It defines the meaning. Because if the meaning was just God, that'd be too simple. If the meaning was just to be good, it'd be too easy. Right? I don't think you understand.
The gentlemen from the Muslim belief have been acknowledged. In one moment, we're going to go ahead and start off with round one with our first question for you.
Yeah, they'll never acknowledge the Muslims. They used to it.
No, there's no disrespect at all. This is like fair common ground.
You ain't acknowledge them. Christians don't never acknowledge Muslims. I see it already. It's right there. Acknowledge them.
Sorry, so go ahead. Ask your question.
We all are one, my brother. We all worship one God, my brother.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with it? Why is he speaking like that?
And Allah is him.
Why is he talking like that? Listen, everything is one. But I don't think you understand. God had been divided into pieces, right? And everybody died a piece of God, right? And that's good, got a piece, but that's not the whole thing because it's many dies, right? So when you say God, just be careful what God's talking about.
I believe we're speaking on the creator. Is that correct, sir?
The creator, sir.
I don't know who that is. It's too confused. How do you know? How can you tell?
It's all one creator.
How do you know? Who told you? It's been passed down from generation to generation. Nobody knows. Well, listen, I'm sitting around here in a circle of people who don't know. All right? Nobody knows. Somebody show me God right now.
So we're going to go ahead and get into it.
Show me God.
Sir, since you have these questions about God, we're going to ask you the first question. In regards for eating, do you believe that the food that you consume and what you eat affects your spirituality?
I don't give a fuck what nobody eat. I can't determine that. That's your body. But I'm going to say this, right? There's certain foods that's been known to help you in different ways, right? Because listen, a lot of people know certain foods have different things, and like certain foods have parasites in it. And there's certain foods that you can actually take and reverse the symptoms that the food give you, right? Some people say food or poison, right? Some people suggest you should eat food. I don't give a fuck what a person eat, right? But Jesus, who said all things are good,
Okay.
eat everything. That's what you believe. But the Muslims don't believe that.
Well, are you familiar with Mark 17? It's Mark 7:15?
Look at why is Mark? Who is Mark? Mark not a white name. Why the Bible to a white people?
These are the names of the people that have written and developed their times.
But why they white? Why they got white names? It's not making sense. And you do that. This flag been up 3-4 times. The Christians still never acknowledge the Muslims. And the Jehovah Witness still ain't witness shit because he ain't said shit. I don't know. I'm confused.
Everyone is waiting respect for it.
I know, ain't no respect.
Now, Mark 7:15 says that what is outside that goes inside of a man does not defile him, but what comes out of a man defiles him. What are your beliefs onto that? Does that go hand in hand with what you're saying that the food?
I agree. You go see, yeah, because I don't think you understand. Everything's a reflection. Whatever's on the inside reflects on the outside. So whatever you eat on the inside must show up on the outside. That's why when the people, I just want to say this. Have you ever seen a plant with a disease?
No.
No. But you see diseases in animals.
Correct.
So you eat these animals, maybe you get them diseases. So maybe people should just eat plants. Because plants don't carry diseases, right? But I don't know. It's the person's choice. And I think that people should decide what they should eat. I'm not to determine that. But I would say this, a balanced diet is good, right? I think they got a balanced diet for you. They told you should eat meat, you should eat 3 times a day, but there's a problem with that. Did you know that it takes 17 hours to digest a meal? So if you eat one meal, then eat another meal, and then eat another meal, and one day, it takes you 3 days to digest that one day of eating.
That's inaccurate.
Possibly going wrong, that's true.
That's inaccurate.
Yeah, listen.
It takes about 7 to 9 hours to digest, and that's well within the means of 24 hours in a day.
Well, how many times you eat? If it takes 7 to 9 hours, say it took 9 for each one, you only got 24 hours in a day. So that means some of that food's still left in you the next day. Right? And that's what I'm saying, right? And depending on what you chose to eat, depending on what that was, that's stuck in you.
All right, the Muslim gentleman has been acknowledged.
So you eat swine, my brother?
What?
You eat pig?
No. Listen, but I don't care who do, right? I'm not here to determine.
It's not good for you.
Listen, everything is good.
It's not good for your
There's no
temple.
such thing as good or bad. Right? Listen, everybody in the world, they think that being spiritual is running around telling motherfuckers what they shouldn't do. Right? I think being a leader is to lead people and telling people, oh no, this is bad, that's bad, that's bad. Them are spiritual lunatics. They psycho. I can't determine what's bad for nobody. Right? And neither can God. Nana. Jesus, Buddha's, Confucius are.
You don't think that there's any signs that some food was never meant for our consumption? For example, the coronavirus spread because of animals that would be eaten that were never supposed to be.
How did you know? Listen, you making assumptions. I don't know. Listen, How you know what invented? They don't know. So a lot of people want to say everything came from the animals. They said AIDS started from a man fucking a monkey in Africa.
I be acknowledged.
I'm not going to acknowledge nobody ain't witness shit. They call themselves a Jehovah Witness.
No, we're gonna give respect to him, please.
They don't respect. You need to go where he respected. You can't look for respect. You got to go where you respect it. What you talking about? The church ain't never showed no respect. What are you talking about respect?
Are you implying the church is disrespecting?
I'm implying to the church that I'm showing respect to nobody.
How have they not shown respect?
Right now,
There's outrages.
right now, you right now you worried about me instead of letting him speak. You said let him speak, but now your ego in the way. The church ego in the way.
No, not at all. Yeah. Please go ahead.
You don't believe some churches try to help people?
I don't believe shit. Believe what man thinks is true. Every time I'm gonna tell you that. What do I believe? There's nothing to believe. There's only things to know. How many times I gotta say that?
Isn't what you're saying starts off with a belief so that you can know it?
Yeah. See, listen to Jehovah Witness. Belief is what man thinks is true. But then you find out it's true, and you no longer need belief. Right? I don't need belief no more. Faith. I don't gotta believe in shit. Right? And that's the levels. Right? And this loop is different levels. And you can get stuck in, right? Like the church been stuck in a loop for a long time. Y'all still waiting on Jesus, and Jesus ain't coming back. All right? The church still waiting. Hallelujah.
Amen. Jesus has already returned.
Well, yeah, trouble for holler at me. Jesus ain't coming back. Jesus is consciousness. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Jesus has been asleep for 2,000 years. Why should it around? It's a consciousness. It's a frequency. It's something that you tap into. It ain't something that you pray to. And everybody can tap into it. The church don't determine that. Your Bible don't determine that. Your holy water don't determine that. Go fuck about it. Nothing you do can determine what I do.
See, I feel like you're trying to find Jesus, but you're missing out on the biggest step. It's not that Jesus presents himself to you.
All right, but you find him. When did Jay get in the out with it? Yeah. So why is then Jesus?
So you're familiar with the name Yeshua?
Yeah. Was you familiar with the name horse? Excuse me? Yeah. You shit. You familiar with one horse? You familiar with the name Zeus?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Greek mythology.
Well, I'm good. You familiar with rock?
Yes. I'm in Rob.
Good. Well, that's Jesus, my face. How so? So I died. The sun over the head.
Please, I'm sorry. We're gonna acknowledge Jehovah's Witness.
So do you find life more as an experience than as far as lessons or understanding?
Yeah. Life ain't about lessons. Life's about experience. See, Jehovah Witness is right. You witness some shit then. Life is about experiences, right? Listen, the more you experience, the more you know, right? It's not about learning, because a person gonna teach you something to try to teach you, right? And when they teach you, they're gonna teach you what they know, and they don't know shit. People don't know shit. People been told what they know. So if I have an experience or witness what I know, how can I tell you? That's why I told him last time to go witness something if you're a Jehovah Witness, right? Don't just knock on the door. Witness some shit. Do some shit. Don't be like this Muslim brother that's worried about if I eat pork or not.
Well, he's talking about the foods that you're eating.
Well, the Muslims care about his food. Listen, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. Why do you care about what somebody eat? Why does it matter?
Well, acknowledge the...
Why do it matter what I eat?
Because what you enter into your body reflects what you are. What you consume reflects what you are. And that's in the name of Allah.
Arm, leg, arm, head. All right?
Great.
If it's not prayed over,
I ain't praying for shit. What am I praying for? Listen, I told you, prayer is like telling God what to do. I'm not telling God what to do, right? I'm just gonna align with things. Listen, I'm saying this. If you jump in the water and the currency is going like this, and you go with the flow, you be good. You can't beat up the water, so you can't beat up life. You can't beat up God. You can't tell me what the fuck God said if you ain't never met God. So listen, I'm gonna say this to everybody eating pork, eat your pork then. I'm not gonna say pork is bad. I'm not gonna say pork is good. I'm gonna say pork is pork, right? Yeah, pork is pork. That's all it is pork.
No, it's not.
I'm not. You can't determine whether it's bad or good because some people eat pork and live, and some people eat pork and die. Whether the pork killed them or whether they mind.
Pigs are slaughtered.
How you know this? Who told you this? Listen, the only thing I know about the pig is the pig can't look up. Did you know that?
That's correct.
The pig can't look up. The pig can't look up. That's all I know about the pig. We're gonna talk about what we do know. We're not gonna talk about what we think. Right? You don't know if the pig killed. You're just a Muslim. Right? And the Muslim means one who submit their will to do the will of God, not the one who submit their will to do the will of pork. Right? I don't get it. I don't understand. You worry about what I eat. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say what I will and won't eat. You find out with a plate in my face. That's when you find out what I don't eat. When you bring it to me, I light up, it's gonna go in my belly. Right? And if I don't want it, then I'm not gonna eat it. Nigga, I fuck around and never eat food again.
All right, gentlemen, we'll yield our time. This brings us into our next segment. Since you're speaking on the fact of proof, your spirituality and also your physical health can be determined with the food that you're eating if it carries any of those diseases. You mentioned earlier that there are a lot of animals that are carrying on these diseases. Do you think that this also goes hand in hand with processed food affecting us and also affecting the emotions and the mental states of our citizens?
What do you ask? If you're gonna say what's wrong with the Christians, he said a whole lot of shit. What is he asking?
Can your diet
What are you
change
trying to make me determine? You think what you eat make me shit? You trying to make me determine what you should eat? What are you saying? There's no law for man. There's no rule came down from no God telling man what not to do. People do what they want. It's your life. Right? What are you asking me?
What do you think processed food is going to do to you?
Listen, for me, just for me. Processed food, I eat whole foods. Right? I eat food that the sun have touched. But a lot of people, they didn't poison. That's all they got. Right? And for those people, they gotta eat, they gotta eat. But I'm gonna say this. Y'all all believe in the books. While y'all prayer ain't worked in. Pray over the food. Yeah, if your prayer work, your God gonna save you, right? He gonna make the food clean, right? So pray on it. So pray. Why ain't nobody praying yet?
What witness, gentlemen?
I think prayer is just the knowledge of being thankful that we have food because a lot of people don't have it.
Why am I being thankful for being stuck in a loop? Listen, I'm gonna say this. If you live life to be thankful, then the other side of that is unthankful. Because everybody that can thank you then showed you why they was the opposite. Because they thanked you and then they unthanked you. Because you did something to them that they didn't like. And they forgot about what they thanked you for. Right? So it's a myth. Right? Listen, it's just like everything else. And I'm gonna look at you because I don't want to pay a Jehovah Witness no man. Right? Because I can't get enough respect for it. Well, listen, I'm saying, why would I acknowledge him when he can't even acknowledge himself? He asks the questions that don't even make sense. He want me to determine shit that can't be determined. I told you before, y'all want me to determine perceptions, right? Perceptions, that's the father of deceptions. So I really just don't understand it. My brother, how do you, how do I greet you in your religion? How do I greet you?
Just say hello. How are you?
I'm gonna fuck about that.
All right, we acknowledge the Muslim gentleman.
What you eat?
Why is he
What you eat?
I don't care about what I eat. What, bro? Why is he talking about what I eat? He gotta have time. Hit the time. Here's the time yet. Go. Now
What
stop.
you eat?
It's over.
Shall make you.
Oh my God. What are you talking about? So listen, that's the
You're talking about the food that you're praying.
I'm saying that's the Muslim whole belief on what you should eat. What about what you should eat?
Pigs eat slop.
Jesus said clean the inside of your cup before you clean it out. Agree?
Correct.
Right, listen. So I'm saying this. They worry about what you eat. What about the fact that Muhammad had a wife that was 12? About that. They won't talk about that. They won't even say, oh yeah, Muhammad wife was 12. They don't say that. What about the fact that Muhammad couldn't read or write? Right? What about that? But he came up with a book that was written backwards.
It was transcribed for him. It was still off of the beliefs of the discussion that he had.
So you're listen. So why is it the same as the Bible? Why is the story the same?
It's a different prophet that still was told the same story by the same.
How do you write it? And why he never wrote again after that?
Because he had to have it transcribed. I'm sorry. Go ahead. We're gonna.
Yeah, why you talking more than the Muslims? Because the Muslims don't know. They got blind faith. Worse than the church.
The prophet Elijah Muhammad knew exactly what he was doing.
He talking about Elijah Muhammad. See, he a Nation of Islam Muslim. He a American Muslim, right? He a Marvelized, right? He wait on a spaceship because they believe that God's in a spaceship circling Earth. Right? What they believe. So you want me to politic or go back and forth with somebody think God's an alien? What you want me to do? Somebody gonna probably send me a bean tie for this. That's what we do. Yeah, I got a problem with Nation of Islam. I love them, but they are they good. But why they let the Malcolm X in here? Right? What Malcolm X said right now?
He's dead.
Why?
Because he went against the beliefs of the Nation of Islam.
Right.
And he converted over into Christianity.
No, he did not. Oh my God! Why would he say that? Why would he say that?
They know that he converted
Oh
to Christianity.
my God! You said Malcolm X was a Christian?
In the end days of his life, he converted over to
Oh
Christianity.
my God! You can't be serious.
I'm 100% serious.
He went over there and became a Sunni Muslim. He went over there and prayed to that rock. He went over and prayed to that same black rock that everybody prayed to. The one that black cube with a reincarnation.
Correct. He went to the Mecca. And after his trip to the Mecca, and when he had his eyes open, he converted over to Christianity.
Why would he become a Christian? Why would anybody become a Christian when Jesus wasn't a Christian? Why are you a Christian? You claim you follow Jesus.
Martin Luther King Jr. was his father in his time for him.
Martin Luther King that's white man. Why I'm worried about Martin Luther King? Everybody want to worry about what they do in the light. What about what they do in the dark? They be freaks. They be doing other things. People be other people behind other closed doors.
So who are you behind closed doors?
I don't wear a mask.
You're wearing a ski mask right now.
Yeah, joke. No, listen. Let me tell you a story. Right? And a lot of people, they like stories. Because stories will help you. But it was a garden. And there was a man in it. And it was a bitch. The bitch talked to a snake. Snake told the bitch some wisdom. The bitch told the man. Guy got mad, punched the bitch.
And what was he mad about?
That's what me to believe? How do that sound? Right? See, I want you to listen to the stories that was told and understand that nobody follow rules. Just like y'all didn't follow rules. Y'all supposed to be hitting the time and had 1 minute to speak, but y'all ain't follow rules. He told y'all rules that y'all didn't follow. Y'all agree? No one follow rules.
They've been acknowledged and they have been raising or flight.
Yeah, but nobody had time limit. People speak how long they want.
We're monitoring the time.
Nobody monitor shit. How you gonna monitor time? You ain't hit the clock on time and you supposed to be the moderator. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't doing it right. Because when the last time the Christians ever done it right? Right? Only thing they ever did right was sitting around that collection plate. Send it over right on time.
Christianity is not being correct.
Hey, come on,
Christianity is about cleansing your life.
Nothing is about being correct because nobody's correct. So if you looking for somebody to be correct, you better keep on waiting because who right? Nobody on this planet can prove they're right besides me.
No, you have no sources to prove that you're right. You're going completely off of opinions. Then you're calling them down low.
That's that they're no opinion because they're right.
From who? And whose perspective?
They didn't come from a book. All right? They didn't come from somebody else's idea. That came from me. So if it come from me, it got to be true.
No, we've already seen that it hasn't been true. And that's why you're being demonetized.
Video now is it that because they want people watching my videos a lot. So they take them down. So they
How's that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. How's YouTube? But I'm gonna say this. When you suggest certain things that can help the body, that's not MDA approved.
FDA approves.
I don't give a fuck with it.
Your MDMA is Marlin.
Do these songs.
Please continue.
FDA? See, I was know what he really FDA approved. Then you can't say it. See, I can't even say FDA. Well, I can say FBI. Right? I can say CIA. I can say that shit. We program them as. But the food administration shit, we don't know. But did you know the food that nobody eat can possibly detox the body?
Which food is that?
I step on salt. Did you know that your feet is like a highway to everything in your bodies, right? Your liver and everything. So you can really step on some sea salt in your feet and detox the body. So don't know. A lot of people don't know, right? These are the things that can work alongside of any treatment from a physician. You can do things for yourself too that can help you as well. That's natural. A lot of people don't know this, right?
Correct. You can still have something that is told to you is good. For example, a fruit that's going to give you wisdom, and you can eat it even though everyone told you it's going to help you, but it can still damage you because you didn't listen to God.
How would I know if I don't know what's right or wrong? I keep asking you.
So you want to test it to find out?
If I didn't know, I got to test it. I don't know if I'm wrong. Put something in front of my face. I don't know. I'm going to take it. How can you say that I'm wrong if you never told me something was wrong?
So if any man puts something in your face, you're going to take it.
Oh. But if I do take it, I'm wrong. You're only wrong when you have knowledge. Without knowledge, you cannot be wrong.
We acknowledge the Jehovah Witness.
You just spoke about the salt with the feet. Where did you get that information from, and how do you even know if that works? Like, is that basic? Somebody had to have told you that in order for you to acknowledge it.
I told me I did it myself. I understand certain things. You gotta understand what everything is. You gotta be aware, right? And then when you're aware, you understand. Listen, my stomach was hurting. I suffer from leaky gut, right? And it was a few ways, and there's some things that I did that helped my leaky gut, right? A lot of people probably don't like drinking garlic, right? They don't want to do these things that I do, right? They don't want to do these things, but if they did these things, maybe it can help them. Maybe it can't. Who knows, right? But I do it every morning. Take lemon, I cut it up, right? Water, boil it, ginger, right? Pepper, olive oil, right? It's known to flush out parasites, right? It's known to do, right? But you can't just say that, oh, this is a cure, because it's something that your mind gotta be, right? So some people, it's better off going to a hospital, because I'm not trying to replace a medical physician that got a license. I'm just saying that maybe things on the earth that's natural can also help you.
Okay, we're going to yield our time. We're going to step into round 3. Our next question is, do you believe that certain foods can keep you out of getting in?
Why are you talking about food?
This is our discussion, sir.
Food for what? What we get about food for?
You have a lot of followers who are very interested on what your beliefs are for what they eat. Dietary system.
I'm not to tell people they should eat. I'm not sure to tell people what they should do. I'm not here to determine that. Life is about we.
So spiritually, do you think that you might not be able to get to heaven because of what you eat?
Heaven's not a destination. Think it's a destination? It's like an end result or something? No, it's a mindset. It's selection. Everything on earth is a selection. There's no right or wrong. There's no bad or good. It's no love or hate. It's just a selection and a result from that selection. That's all.
So you don't think that there's certain foods or practices that can separate you and your connection to God?
Well, I'm gonna say this. To everybody that don't understand, did you know he says about low vibration and high vibration? Correct. Did you know that if you're high vibration, you do what the fuck you want. You got no karma. You can't get hurt by the food. I'm gonna tell you this. If you kill somebody, you and the person you killed are both mistaken.
And why is that?
Nobody can kill anybody. Nobody can die. And no one man understand that. So if a nigga's a light and he understand that, then he has no karmic debt or no burden from the food, because he understands that everything is here, but it's not.
But you can't believe that because
I know that to be true.
it hasn't been tested by me. You tested it.
I tested everything before I speak about it.
And let us know how you have tested this. Have you experienced death?
Everybody here. To even be in this room, you have to be experiencing death before. You couldn't be here unless you know.
So you believe that you paid your crime?
I don't believe it. There's no karmic debt for those that don't work. Listen, karmic debt have nothing to do with deed, with what you do. Have everything to do with what you know and what you understand.
So why are you here again?
There's no way out. We're in the loop.
So regardless, if you did or didn't know, we would still be in the same loop.
We go because you can be in this loop aware, or you could be in this loop unaware. But no matter aware, unaware, woke, awoke, Christian or Jew, Muslim, or Jehovah Witness, it's still the same.
And so you believe that there's nothing that you're doing that is going to interrupt your relation with God, your connection with God.
That's no belief, and nobody had no relationship and no connection with God. The way you think. You think the connection with God is a God giving you rules and telling you what to do. That's not connected with the God that I know. Right? It's alignment. It's a frequency. It's not a do and don't. It's not a big eye little you. It's not, there's no God but me. It ain't none of that. That's human perception. God can't be determined.
God doesn't want you to have any false idol. He said to worship him and praise God.
God don't want you to pray to him either. If you did, we came down here and told you.
He did. It was some Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Jesus ain't told you.
Jesus had whatever connection with Jesus Christ.
God, you think you, but you don't know what that connection is. You can't see on the other end. Just like callers, you know what I used to do? I used to call them freaky lines. I know that. Back like, oh, girl, who on the other end just beat it off. That's what you're doing right now with Jesus. You don't know who on the other end of that phone. Just call him up and tell him what you want.
We're not going to condone blasphemous statements. We're going to acknowledge the Jehovah Witness gentlemen.
So how is it that you can't just take certain things to face value in order for you to walk a path of good faith? I mean, the things that Jesus represented was of something of good faith. Why can't we just take that as face value, as something to? How do you know?
Ain't nothing bad because everything is to be determined. Listen, my walk was for me, right? And listen, my walk's not for Jesus. I told you, the meaning of life is not Jesus, right? Life neither have meaning and is neither meaningful.
But it's the experiences that he had that we're taking to value, so that way we know the path that we can
But
walk.
I could read that experiences. The experience has been recorded in every book before Jesus. Them experiences not new to Jesus and just to Jesus. Them experiences for everybody. I experience the same traumas and the same pain as Jesus. Nigga, I'm Jesus.
I think that's blasphemous right there.
I'm Jesus. How you gonna tell me what I'm not? Prove I'm not Jesus.
Well, Jesus can't
Prove I'm not Jesus. Can you prove I'm not Jesus?
Yeah, turn that water into wine. Turn that water into wine if you.
Right. So
Jesus did that.
Right. But when the devil was doing just like y'all doing me, did Jesus do any magic? No, he did not.
No, he did not.
So why would I do it? Nigga, I'm Jesus. I just did the same thing Jesus did. I prove I'm not Jesus. You can't. Because he didn't do his magic in front of people neither. Right? Because you can't tell me to do something and they think I'm just going to do it because you say do it, nigga. See, what you understand about the magic is when you do it, it got to be done with love. Right? You can't do it on call. There's alignment. Right?
Magic isn't just bounded to the limitations of love. There's also dark magic in this world.
Yeah, but
and any believe that you practice dark magic.
But dark magic is done with love too. How? What make you think it's not? Because they love the rewards of what the dark magic people. Listen, because you practice dark magic don't mean you don't practice love. Love is different. Right? Because love is a human perception. Right?
We're not the Muslims. And
What are all those gadgets you have?
Leave it alone.
Do you pray to those things?
I'll pray it up.
So what is it?
It's what I wanted to be.
Do you believe in faith?
I don't believe in that. Listen, I don't have belief. Listen, let me say this.
So faith isn't a real thing.
well, you'll the time to allow him to answer.
God isn't a real thing. If you got belief. God only a real thing if you know. So why y'all keep talking about belief? Right? Because if you got belief, it's simply saying you do not know. I know what I say is true.
And how do you know it to be true? You've never read in a book. You've never read a book. You don't practice any religion.
No.
But you have all of these concerning thoughts about God. And you say that you know them, which is more dangerous. Because it's not even something that you believe personally. You're saying to others that you know it.
How you determine things? I mean, because like,
It's detrimental to your safety.
how do you know?
You don't think that your safety
I mean, it's like you say some EFT is dangerous.
okay.
Some people think that meth is dangerous.
You don't believe them to be?
But you don't know how I don't have belief. Right? It only should be determined by the person that's doing the drug. Nobody else watching should be able to determine something else for somebody else. But religion does that. They determine what you should do. They determine when you should pray. They determine which day of the week we should even go to a church. How could that be determined by man? And how do they know? How do you know?
Well, you just mentioned drugs, and we're talking about what you're consuming. You've seen many people lose their faith and their walk with God behind drugs. How can you say that that's not detrimental?
There's a fall, there's a choice. There's a choice.
And they overdose and they die. Their body said that they
No, nobody dies. There's a choice. If I make a choice to do something, how can you say that the drug did? Did the drug jump up a top and say smoke me? No, it didn't.
For some mental patients that are susceptible to that, it can be interpreted.
It ain't no mental patient. It is a choice.
There are people with mental illnesses.
It's a choice. Listen, if you suffer from a mental illness, you should see a physician. And they should prescribe you with some medicine. But do you need medicine at all? If everybody suffers from the same illnesses, everybody hears voices in their head. Think about that. There's not a person watching this that don't hear a voice in their head. You tell me everybody's schizophrenic? No. So why everybody hears the same voice? We always conscious. Whose voice is it? Why everybody heard it? And the person crazy because they heard it. Or is a person crazy when they realize that the voice that they heard cannot be them, and they don't want to listen to it. So who the crazy one? The person that listens to it, the person that don't.
That voice is God, and it's connected to
How do you know?
because it's the same way that the prophet Muhammad was able to have the same books written in the Bible as some of the prophets that were in the Christian faith.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. How do you know? I'm gonna keep saying it because we like to repeat shit. Everything you saying is repeated.
That's how it's taught. That's how it's passed.
No, you should be teaching. That should be passed on. Because if you know this, that there was a rat. And this rat did coke. And had a baby. And when the baby get out, the mama got a choice between food and coke. He chose coke. Why?
It's programmed.
Same thing with religion, right? But if that rat get clean off the coke, what would it think about food then? Right? See, there's no choices. Everything is determined, like you said, is passed on. So the only way to truly know is not to accept the programming. And when I think about programming, I'm thinking about programming that you really can't determine where it came from. Because you don't know how many people your mother talked to in her life.
No.
She probably passed on information from all of her. How can you determine? I'm not saying people should listen to their mother, but why the fuck you listen to your mother? All right? Because she gonna pass you on everything that she heard, right? People don't pass on things that's deep inside them. They don't tell nobody that. If I ask my mama boyfriend about her, he gonna have a different opinion than her husband. Which one is she?
We'll yield our time and step into round 4. And we're going to talk about the healing process of the body. Faith or medicine. You recently mentioned about beliefs in prayer and also medication that's been taken in. We want to know, can they work together with faith and also medical science?
I've been seeing people in the church that they pray and they cancel it away.
Yes.
I just see the same thing in Muslim faith. I done seen somebody say that they ate all vegetables and sat under the sun and they cancel it away. I done seen somebody take chemotherapy.
Yes.
And they cancel it away. We can't determine what's taking the cancer away. It seems like the person determines whether the cancer stays up. It seems like the drug don't matter or the treatment don't matter. It's the person that matters because the treatment is good. Chemotherapy has saved millions of lives. But some people also took chemotherapy and died.
Absolutely.
Dr. Sebi, with natural herbs and shit like that, say millions of lives. But the nigga from Apple had cancer, Steve Jobs, he tried it. He died. Just like the same chemotherapy didn't save him, the same fruit diet didn't save him. So what's really saving people? Is it the state of mind? Because everything seems to help. But we don't know one thing. I bet you one thing all the people had in common, no matter which resource they use. All the bitches believe they're gonna live. And therefore they live.
But I thought you had to said there was no power in belief. You have to know.
Yeah. Belief of what man thinks is true. Belief comes first. I told you that.
Okay.
Right? See, without belief, you can't have faith. And without faith, you can't know. So you got to start somewhere.
So you believe the faith and medicine can go hand in hand? Or is one stronger than the others?
Demar. It's the strongest thing that exists. Huh? If a person got the right mind, they can reverse anything.
We acknowledge Jehovah Witness.
So you literally believe that
I don't believe that.
well,
keep saying that.
you know that if a person is sick or something, if they could just or know that they can be better, is that what you're saying, that they can get better?
I don't know shit. But what I'm saying is this. I'm saying that if you sick, I think it'd be better for your mama to view yourself as well. And I think if you view yourself as well and move around, your body will move as well. Is that well? Because a lot of people can determine that's well. If you're not in the bed laying down sick and throwing up, right? Whether the disease exists or not, the body still could be well. Did you know that the bats carry every disease? They got cancer, they got everything, but they still well. So it can't be the diseases that making people sick. It gotta be the mind. I mean, look at the bats. They got everything. Why? They run around still fly with everything that's killing humans. I think we should study the bat.
Everyone has a different genetic compound and a breakdown. So whatever is going to offset it is the illness that will kill them. Some of these illnesses aren't going to offset their genetic breakdown in their compounds. However, it's the same way that these cancers that you're being treated with chemo and some people die.
But listen, chemotherapy hurt, but it cure you. So maybe the pain is meant to cure you. Maybe life is not nothing without pain. Right? Maybe pain is the cure. Maybe when you had enough pain, you live. Maybe everybody running from pain. Right? I don't know. I'm not determined that. But what I can factually say, that the chemotherapy have healed people.
Yes.
Natural remedies have reversed illness.
Before we acknowledge the Muslim general, I'd like to close on the statement by telling you this.
Oh my God.
The same way that chemotherapy is now advanced and helping instead of killing as much as it has is because it's no longer attacking to kill the K cells, but assisted. The same way Jesus didn't look to kill and banish anyone that was committing sin,
And that's good.
but to assist them in coming to where they're at.
And that's good. Right? And a lot of people spend a lot of years, a lot of time studying medicine.
Correct.
Right? And a lot of people spend a lot of time and a lot of years studying natural healing.
So who is the better one of the two?
You can't determine that. Because if a person is sick, I would suggest a medical professional. But who determines what a medical professional is? I think the best doctor is a doctor you don't need. But the best doctor is a doctor you do need if you need a doctor. So I don't understand your question. I could determine when a person should go to the doctor, when a person shouldn't, because insurance determines that. I'm not no insurance provider.
We're acknowledging the Muslim general.
I believe, brother, you are hypocritical. I believe you are a brother with no beliefs. And the person with no beliefs has no guidance. I don't believe you have guidance.
What is guidance? And who should I trust to lead me? Why should I be guided? Right? Listen, I'm gonna say this. everybody got a God, and it's programmed inside them, right? Everybody is watching this, then did something, and something told them they should not do it, but it did it anyway. That was a God. The voice you were saying, that's a God. But nobody should have no external God. A lot of people think that.
That's ideology.
I don't know what that means.
Worshiping an outside source as a God
Yeah.
and praising it.
Yeah, I don't got no out of bodies. I'm not I'm kind of.
Ideology. You have a bunch of idols right behind you. You're surrounded by forms of
I'm surrounded by history.
This is still acts of ideology.
But it's a history. I'm not determined the call, right? Because you are gonna tell me what this means without talking to the person that made it. You can't determine that, right? I know it's art. I know it's a creation. Who the fuck what it is?
You stated that you're familiar with Amun-Ra. You must know Osiris.
I know it's a creation. I don't give a fuck what it is.
The creations that you're worshiping can be detrimental to your spiritual walk. And I'm saying this because I care about
I just want you don't care about.
I care about you.
How? Why?
I'm trying to help you save yourself from yourself.
You can do that if you tried. Did you know that you can't help me if you try to help me? The only thing that can help me is me. And I have determined that I don't need no help. Right? I determined that the world don't need no help. I have determined that what people think is bad is not actually bad. It's need.
This is the hypocrisy that I understand that the Muslim gentleman is talking about. You have a lot
Amen,
of
brother.
individuals that say that you're a prophet. You've even said that you're a prophet.
Yeah.
But here you are saying that you don't care about helping anyone else.
Prophet ain't
and that they're not
prophet ain't
help.
the lead. The prophet is in the show.
So what are you showing? You haven't shown anything.
I'm showing you how to do it.
How?
Just like that. Right? Because you want me to determine things that I can't determine. And you do it every time. You want me to suggest what people should eat. You want me to say that XYZ will cure somebody, and then what happened when they die?
Exactly.
You want me to give advice that I cannot give.
But you are giving advice to others that they're following that's going to lead them to hell.
I'm not giving them advice, and there is no head.
You're damning your audience.
There is no head.
You are damning your audience, and you need to have that's
There
why.
is no hell, there is no heaven, and there is no audience. There's only us.
So why do you not have any accountability for what you're doing?
It's only me. Nobody else but me. Right? I don't think you understand that. I understand that nobody here is but me. Right? I'm watching me. I'm talking to me. I'm seeing me. Nigga, everything is me. And I understand it. You don't want everything to be you.
But what about those who see themselves when they see you and you're leading them standing the drop?
They gotta see themselves when they see me because we the same. Everything's the same. There's only one thing created, and that one thing created was God. Nothing else has been created.
And you still don't believe that God can be speaking to the same amount of prophets throughout different religions?
Either that, or everybody running around stealing everybody else's costumes.
Whose costume did you steal?
Everybody don't understand that. They want to say, oh, Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was black. Maybe he was both. Maybe he came more than one time. Maybe he came to every race. Right? We could say if he did, if he didn't. But everybody want to feel like God is special to their ways. What kind of God is that? The only little one group of people that put one group of people above another group of people when we all people. People think they're smarter than the animal when the animals are smarter than the people. People are confused. Just keep it real.
We acknowledge the Muslim gentleman.
But do you believe in the afterlife? Is there an afterlife? You say there's no heaven or no hell, but is there an afterlife, my brother?
You live in it. This will happen after life.
No, this is my first life,
No,
my brother.
after the last one that you just lived, and you're gonna keep on happening and happening and happening. You can't get out of it. It's a loop. And everybody knows. Everybody look on, everybody, we've been here before. Deja vu. I know it. I can tell it. I feel it. And everybody knows. And I can prove it. Everything always running the cycle. Everything on repeat. If we name one thing that ain't on repeat, then we can logically say that we got on repeat. But we have not yet seen something that's not on repeat. The whole universe is on repeat. The sun come up and go down. There's no separated days. All we got is day and night. But we got all these calendar days when all we got is day and night. It just don't make sense.
We have several anomalies.
No, we got day and night. Day and night. All we got. You can't find different than that. You got day, you got night. That's it. But you separate with a whole lot of different days. You gonna lose.
We acknowledge that Jehovah Witnesses, gentlemen.
So what drives you? What drives you to keep moving forward if you already know it's just a loop? Well, what is the purpose if you know it's just everything is just going to repeat itself? Period.
Experiences. Right? And understanding that though we in a loop, you can determine what you do here. Right? And if you align with your purpose, then you can do what you do without no interference. Right? Because the sun, it just no interference. The moon, no interference. The wind, no interference. Perfectly aligned. A bee want to be a bee. A fly want to be a fly. I never seen a fly school. I never seen a bee school. Right? But it's a school to teach a human how to be a human. How does it exist?
We acknowledge Muslims, gentlemen.
Have you ever lived in the bee world? Have you ever lived in the fly world? How do you know that they're not being taught in their own world? All of us live in our own world.
We all have our own practice.
We all have our own practices. So how could you say that the bees and the flies and the birds and everything, all the other species, are not being taught the way they're supposed to be taught?
Watch them. Most of them had a baby and just leave them and just go. Right? Did you notice that we got a genetic book? Everything on Earth. But if you change programming, then it start different. You take a stray dog, put it in the house, you clean it up, you fix it up, it becomes a trained dog now. Right? But maybe that dog was meant to be straight. But then you get a dog and think like, oh man, my dog can't feed itself. You got to feed this dog every day. But the dog is the same as a wolf. But everybody's scared of the wolf. So what I'm saying is, y'all want to determine shit that I can't determine. That's not meant to be determined. Right? It's only meant to be observed. But people want to put names on shit.
It's for understanding. We have to come to a common ground.
But how can you understand anything? Many things not meant to be understood. That's the problem. Everybody want to understand everything, but it's not this. Work. Me putting my time in trying to understand.
When we yield our time, we're going to move on to round 5. Now I'd like to go ahead and we're going to discuss with love, emotional intelligence, and its relationships to evil. Do you believe that love can conquer evil in the spiritual bout?
Love or evil the same. How? They make you do the same thing. I keep telling you this.
No, you keep saying that, but it still doesn't make any sense. It sounds completely foolish, and I think that you're smart.
I'll put it sound foolish where it's the same when they make you do the same shit. A nigga crazy in love will kill, a nigga crazy in love will give you a whole bunch of shit.
You don't believe that love just puts you in the global state?
Like, do you understand about the mind and the brain and the difference between the two and what it does? and how your emotions live outside of your body, right? Emotions are like the wind. They blow through you. They don't exist inside you, right? The problem with emotions is we let them control you. You know, dictate which way you go. But I keep telling you, you can't determine which emotion you feel. As soon as you feel love, in the same second, hate can come in.
And that's your spiritual weakness.
No, it ain't a weakness. Everybody got it because it just comes in and goes out. It's not. You can't determine a person weak by what comes into the mind.
No, but you can see what they're susceptible to.
Anybody say
You don't judge them.
thoughts come? Listen, thoughts come depending on who you get in frequency with. Thoughts ain't my own. Right now, we in a room. We got collective thoughts. I'm getting your thoughts. Our thoughts are being shared.
I can still acknowledge that you are spiritually weak and you are susceptible to different sins around you and you're prone to it, but I'll still show you that love.
What's the definition of weak?
What are you going
What's the definition of weak? Because I can't determine what you talk about because the definition of weak, what is it? Because I done seen somebody whoop a nigga ass and suggest that he was weak, and then that weak motherfucker whoop another motherfucker ass and they say it was strong. So who really weak and who really strong?
Do you think that you're spiritually strong if you're constantly sinning?
I'm not spiritually shit. I'm conscious.
We've not to Darwinism.
I don't believe in spirituality neither. What?
Nothing. That was accident. That was good.
Okay, sorry. God's Muslims in the room.
No, I don't have nothing to say either. I don't have nothing to say either. This man is spiritually lost.
It's over with.
He's spiritually lost.
How am I lost? I won't follow his book.
You're spiritually
How am I lost? I
lost.
won't follow a teacher.
You don't follow no book.
How am I lost? I won't follow a man. How?
How do you know where you're going then?
You don't have no route?
How could I know?
It's not a destination. I can tell you that. And nobody know where they going. So why they planning for it? Everybody here can be planning to go to hell or planning to go to heaven. And when they die, it just be dark. Or when they die, they just come back. So why is people determining what happened after they die when they got a whole life to live right now? Why? Why does it matter?
Because you already know that you stated the karmic cycle that people are going to be going through. And whether they get their karma in this life or in the next life.
There's no karma for the woke. We do what we want. Here's the rule. When you woke, you do what you want. You have no karma because you're aware that no one's on the earth but you.
So what makes you spiritually woke in your opinion? In your
Listen, it don't matter if you woke or sleep, you still stuck in a loop.
But you said there's no karma if you're spiritually woke.
That's the problem. If you don't understand you're stuck in a loop, then karma is for you. If you understand you're stuck in a loop, you have no karma.
So if you didn't understand you're in the loop, what kind of karma could you face?
Everything.
Is that where cancer comes in? Is this where
I can't determine that. You guys can determine things I can't determine. I'm not gonna say that cancer comes from karma. Why would I suggest that?
So if you curse people with cancer, you ridicule them, you don't think that I can be a
person with cancer? I can't determine that. What are you talking about?
This karmic energy that's coming back. There's been several people that have done evil deeds and you see it in real time that they're punishing.
And
they're being punished for
there's people that did good and got the same result. Listen, I don't think you understand. You take a person that's bad, they get good. You take a person that's good and they get bad, and sometimes it's switch.
But you don't know what goes on in the dark.
I do. You can tell by what they did. See how easy it is to determine?
Please go ahead and elaborate.
I don't gotta elaborate. You can tell by what they did. You can tell by their light.
So who's an example of someone that you've seen receive this karma?
You.
Me. Go ahead.
You get in there.
This is my karma. I go through this discussion with you.
That's because something you can never win. Gotta be painful. Right? To believe in a God that one will come down real.
Many people say that what happened to 4Expert was a karmic energy that was destined after what happened to his interaction with you. Do you believe that you had anything to do with what happened there?
I believe it ain't got nothing to do with a Christian. It ain't got nothing to do with your book.
It does if you're saying that this karmic energy isn't real, and you're saying it's dark.
What's the Muslim law?
We acknowledge the Muslims.
Everything in the Quran, everything that's happening in real life is written already in the book. So with him being disrespectful to you, put his hands in your face, that's what got his hands taken away.
There's no disrespect.
You don't call that disrespect, brother.
Only thing the person can disrespect is themselves. Right? Because there's nobody else on earth but you. For me. Shit just happened because it happened. Y'all looking for a reason.
Natural reflection.
So you don't believe in these dark energies and these dark wheels and
I know. Why would I believe in what I know? I know. I know what's in the world. Right? You keep wanting me to have belief.
okay. So do you know that you are utilizing dark forces, whether you're even doing it subconsciously or not?
What's the subconscious? What do it?
It's the thoughts that you're not even aware of within your head.
How do you know if you're not aware of it? See, ain't that crazy? They tell you you got a subconscious mind, but you can't control it.
I believe you actually are very aware of it, and that's what you call downloads.
But they say you can't.
So you don't think that your subconscious exists? You do know it does.
I didn't say that. I said they say you can't tap into your subconscious. You can't be aware of it. Correct?
Correct. Isn't that your spiritual awakening if you're able to tap into your subconscious?
But I said you can.
Because that's your spiritual awakening. You talk about being
The core part of your brain holds the logic. And it takes till you 25 to develop. And if you got trauma, it never develops. 99.9% of the people in the world suffer trauma before they reach the age of 25. If that's true, what they tell you about the world?
there's still a chance for forgiveness and that they can move on through that trauma.
What they tell you about their brain? It's not what you about. So why would you listen to a religion that's given to you from a brain that wasn't perfect out?
Because they're speaking on their traumas. We're going to go ahead and
There ain't what develop.
we're going to acknowledge Jehovah Witness, gentlemen.
So you don't believe in having any kind of standards of
Keep saying believe.
so you don't know that you should have any kind of principles or standards. You just
I don't believe that. I don't believe that I should determine nobody else's principles or standards. I believe that a person's principles and standards should be determined by themselves. And I don't believe nobody else should determine that. That's why. That's the fact that I know. Right. That's what I know.
We're going to yield our time and we're going to move on to round 6. We just talked about dark principles and we talked about demonic entities. I want to make sure that we get to ask and clarify right now, Unc, what is a jinn to you?
Made of fire.
Please elaborate.
In Muslim faith, the jinn is made of fire. And the men in the jinn was created, and they both roam the earth. But in Christian belief, that jinn turned to a demon. And the spirituality believes that jinn turned to a low vibration. So what I've determined is just a selection.
We acknowledge the Muslim Juno.
What is that smoke doing for your spirit?
Did you know?
Does that have anything to do with jinn?
I guess I'm bad because I smoke weed. Right?
No judgment, brother. I'm just asking.
But the earth made it. Right? And just like weed could be harmful to some, I would suggest nobody smoke it. But I do. Right? But it's known that certain hallucinants, we included, can help you tap into that mind we was talking about.
Yeah. And it can leave you susceptible to talking to that jinn that you were talking about. Do you think that in this state of mind that you're opening your mind to evil, dark energies?
I mean, you can't block them from getting in. Is it? You're not responsible for your thought. You're responsible for the selection. If a voice come in my head, tell me to smack this Muslim and stuff all over this Jehovah Witness,
We're not going to disrespect our guests.
I was if someone told me to do it,
Okay.
I don't gotta do it. It's a choice.
So you believe that that spirit is internal or external?
It gotta be expert because it comes in. It's a selection. Because everybody that gets mad is the same man. Nobody got a different man. I never seen nobody come up with a different man. Every man be the same. Everybody do the same shit when they mad. Because it's the same man. It's the energy of man.
We acknowledge the Jehovah's Witness, gentlemen. Are you okay, sir?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's wrong? Was God just struck you? Was it a strike?
No.
Strike him?
You evoked that spiritual anger within them, that mad.
Yeah, it's good to be mad. And mad is healthy. And so is peace. See, it's about the balance. It's not about choice.
So what kind of balance does anger bring? It disrupts the balance.
No, you use it.
Use it.
Like that. We angry. But we use it for our good. And it's to serve a purpose.
So do you
If the anger is pointless.
So does the devil, Satan, Lucifer, does he have a prayer? No sense. Or you just said there's an external and
There's no Lucifer. I just told you what I told you. I determined that they are the same.
we acknowledge
There was selection.
You are a hypocrite, sir. You need some type of belief, my brother.
Why,
You need a belief, my brother.
Why come he just been stabbing at me the whole time, telling me what I need, what I should eat, what I shouldn't do.
We're respecting those views.
But everything about what I shouldn't do. Everything.
You're not telling me what you're doing.
I'm not doing shit.
How could you not be doing anything on earth, on God's green earth?
I'm not here to do shit.
Is this God's green earth to you or not?
I'm not here to do anything. I'm here to just watch.
Right, absurd.
That's it.
You don't think that that's just as simple as committing these acts yourself? If you're just standing by on the wayside and watching this happen?
I just may do them too. You never know.
That's why you're susceptible to
How
it.
do you determine when it's time to determine that?
What separates you from
Because as long as I'm aware and I woke, I can do what the fuck I want. I can kill. What do you ever want? I'm with consequences.
And you will receive your consequences. I know for that. You will absolutely.
Hell, maybe I gotta switch to a new body, but I'll be back again. Yeah.
And what if the condition of that body isn't to your liking?
I'll get it back.
So you're saying the answer, if you're going through a struggle, is to find a way to another body?
You imagine all that? Has y'all say I'm suicidal? No, I'm just saying when it's time to go, we all gonna go. We all gonna come back in another body.
And you said that you will find another body. So it's not like you're determining it.
Oh yeah.
Or is it God determining that?
I don't know.
Is God determining?
I'm not determining nobody.
How?
Don't say that for another time.
All right. We respect your time and we're going to yield and move on to our final round. We're going to talk about the origins of truth and the books. You're constantly standing against all the beliefs that we had.
If y'all know those, well, what the origin of human?
It's already been stated.
You don't know. You don't know the origin of human. You don't know the origin of human. Don't tell me about the origin of no belief, because the first belief came from the Sumerians, right? And they didn't want to talk about the Anunnaki that came from the heavens. And everybody talk about the heavens.
Yes, in the heavens and earth.
But everybody heard about the heavens first from the Sumerians.
No, it's also in Genesis 1 chapter.
It's the Sumerian claim before Genesis.
It's still stated that God created the heavens and the earth.
Boy, they got it from the Sumerian clay tablets. Every story is regurgitated.
How? There was no
What do you mean how is the same story?
They weren't able to translate this and move this across the world.
Then why is it the same?
Because God spoke amongst the same.
If you can't tell me the origins of man, you can't tell me the origins of no book. Tell me the origins of man. Where do we come from?
Africa. The first human ever recorded was found in Africa. There's proof of the Garden of Eden. It's been found.
The oldest man DNA that they got right now from 3,000 years ago is in the Americas. And I'm not going to say what state it's in. But what he say can't be true. Because the oldest DNA they can search right now is here. But it's something weird with DNA. Really weird.
See, these are you're gonna lose more content there. False statements like that.
No, I'm saying. This is true. Please prove it's true. Listen, it's true. It's documented. The oldest person DNA is from the Americas.
That's not true.
Look it up.
We acknowledge the Jehovah Witnesses.
You speak of the Anunnaki. Do you know their origin? How do you know that they existed?
I'm a speaker and knocking as far as know, and I spoke of as far as the story, and I told you that every story, the first time they got heard of, was from a Sumerian text. That's what I said. You ain't gonna tell me what I said when I know what I said. Right? All we talking about origins, right? Because we're gonna talk about the origins of the Bible when the Bible was picked up over thousands of years and they found it in different caves, thousands of years apart. Right? And it was just stories that was told because none of the disciples can write. So if the disciples couldn't write, they couldn't tell a story. Muhammad couldn't write, he couldn't tell a story. These are but the literate motherfuckers.
Okay, but also the Sumerian text can't be proven as a source as well.
They can write.
Yeah, but they're also parables. They were mythological stories.
Oh, you just don't
They're fables.
You just don't understand it. But listen, you just didn't understand it. Don't say because you don't understand science for the conscious mind. You don't understand pictures.
They have been translated multiple times to the Babylonian and the Scandinavian text.
Body.
The Akkadian, sorry.
But how do you know the proper
translation?
Exactly.
The same way that we have the translation that we have the Bible today. They have scholars who transcribe and read it to break.
What makes it a scholar?
Excuse me?
What makes you a scholar?
I'm an ordained minister.
What makes a person a scholar?
Studying. You study and you
Being trained. Being trained to follow somebody else's idea. If you do it correctly, then you're a scholar. Based on the fact that you can understand and retain information that's regurgitated.
We acknowledge the Muslim Jehovah.
So you don't like books. You don't believe in no type of book at all. Because being a scholar,
Why would they read?
you study, you read.
Why would you read a book? Why? Why would you read a book? This episode is
Knowledge, understanding.
So what would everybody read before a book? Because books just came into existence. And it looked like everybody was way more knowledgeable back then because they ain't figured out the pyramids and they ain't used a book to make the pyramids. They ain't passed around no books.
Literature has existed since the early days of man. It's just been written in different ways. Didn't have an eye but page.
They passed it different. They didn't pass it through books. It was through experiences. You observed it, watched it, you repeat it.
Right.
But you had proof
How did you trust the source?
because you saw it. Now you can't see it. Now they want you to believe in a spook. Now your origins is a spook. And why I ask about your origins? Because you don't know your origins. Did you know this? That when Jesus was hiding and running, he was African. That's what African. They were trying to kill him. He was hiding Africa.
That's false.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How is that false? He was in Africa.
We acknowledge
He was
Muslim
all
Jehovah.
through Africa.
We acknowledge Muslim.
Why are you spreading all this false
It's
information?
not false. You just don't understand. Everything very first. I just told you the oldest human is in Americas.
So where proof do you have that Jesus
The
went?
oldest DNA. They still got his bed.
How do you know it's Jesus' bed? That could have been a bed that belonged to anyone.
How you know Jesus existed?
There's over 25,000 manuscripts that prove that he
And there's over 25,000 manuscripts that prove that that was his bed. What's the difference? It's true. Right? Because people only believe regurgitated information anyway.
So you were saying that the information was better to be passed by word of mouth and what people seen rather than books.
You said that. I said you saw it. You saw it work.
We see nail.
You heard him say it. You didn't just get a book and say, yo, believe in this. If you don't, you gonna burn forever in hell. It wasn't like that.
You seen someone burn heaven.
That's some new shit. No, I never said it, but they want me to believe that.
But they seen it with Sodom and Gomorrah.
Here's nobody's seen it.
Yes, they did. They still have rubble. There's still scenes of marks on the ground from where Sodom and Gomorrah happened. That's factual. You can see that now. It's a fire. Think of it burning in fire like this? Was this weird? Listen. It came from the skies and it's been documented. This came from you, Scotchy. I think that you're missing out on something where's a mutual understanding once it's written down into a book. That we all know the history now.
Once it's written down in the book, it's simply just a man's idea.
Written as Jehovah Witness, gentlemen.
So you don't believe that it's part of his perspective?
I believe
Like-
the book is for him. All the person that read that book was for him. It was like his diary. I don't read nobody else's diary. Because it don't determine my love.
You have to think about 2 Timothy 3:16. They state that all scripture is breathed out by God. It's profitable for
Liberty, Mark. Why is all white names? I could ask you.
These are the names and how they were translated.
Why are they white names?
They were translated for that timepiece of when it would be white. It was translated with what King James verse.
So does maybe be white.
Was it King James? Yes.
So for the King James version, King James decided that the name should be white.
Correct.
But the name what white?
No.
But that is
Different translations and some of the names have been lost over the years of translation.
what?
Yes, some of the names have not been properly translated over the years, and we still go like.
What was it on purpose or was it by mistake?
This was not by a manipulated design.
How do you know?
It's the same way as the game we talk about.
Every time I ask how you know, you don't never tell me how you know. Because you don't know.
Because we have documented books from Ethiopia that still have the earliest transcript.
All right, yeah, okay. I got documented books, all this stuff. But King James, he wrote 2 books. One was for the Satanic Church and one was for the Christian Church. So which one is true?
I'm going off of the King James version. I have not read the Satanic book.
And I've not read the book. It's a page turn.
You haven't read it.
It's a page turn. I know what it is. It's page just like the Bible.
So the Bible appears to
I ain't never read the Bible. I know everything in it. You don't got to read to know. So you confused. You got to read to know. You got to watch to know.
How do you know what you know if you haven't read the book?
I know everything in the Quran right now. I know it say don't eat pork. I know it say a whole lot of shit because every time he speak, he regurgitate the information. I know everything the Bible say because every time you speak, you regurgitate the information. I know everything the Jehovah's Witness say, even though they ain't witness shit, because they regurgitate the information. I don't got to read shit. I read peace.
with you guys.
I read peace.
Jehovah's Witness gentlemen.
So if you know how to read people,
I read energy. I read vibrations. I read books.
so how do you gain experience from that? Like, if you're not even trying to acknowledge a person's experiences, because that's what it actually is. It's like a person's experience.
I don't care about my experience. I got my own experiences. I got my own life to live. Why am I worried about somebody else's experiences?
Because they might be related to you.
Am I helping to save your life?
Life should be saved. Life should be lived. Why wants to be lived to why you want to save on to life? Every time a person save on to something, they can't save on to it too long. Life ain't to be saved. Life is to be lived.
Okay, but you can't live it if you're constantly being attacked. You have to understand, John 10:10.
And you can't live it if you're saving it.
You have to understand, John 10:10.
You can't live life, you're saving it for later.
No, John 10:10 states that
Another white name, John.
the devil.
How many white names in the Bible?
The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, while Jesus comes to give life and let it be lived more abundantly. This is how you can live on longer. Jesus is telling you, even in John 14:6, he's telling you he's the way, the truth, and the life. This is to help you live longer and get eternal life. So that way you're not damned and you're shortening your life on. You're right that we're supposed to live.
Who told you Jesus said that?
Jesus said it, and he had his disciples that wrote it down and documented it.
Jesus' disciples ain't write shit. They couldn't write.
They passed the message on. That's what Timothy did. Timothy wrote.
Oh my God. You believe
Matthew spread his words.
Okay.
Mark spread his words.
Okay. Oh, I listen. I don't care about Mark. I don't care about Timothy. Life ain't about Timothy. Life ain't about Mark. Life about sheep. Live.
Exactly. And live abundantly. Let Jesus help you live to your fullest.
Jesus ain't never helped nobody.
Jesus has. When? Jesus helping you right now. You've been forgiven of your sins, and that's why you don't have to worry about Jesus.
Jesus don't. It's why you should not. Jesus don't help you. Your choice to choose Jesus help.
So
without you making the choice to choose, your Jesus can't do shit for you.
That's why God gave you that right to choose. So I'm trying to help you so you can choose.
Some people ain't got that right. I just told you 99.9% of the world don't have a logical brain to make a logical decision to choose Jesus logically.
So you think that those people within that percentile will not go to heaven because of how they're born?
I'm saying they choosing Jesus by force. That was selected by their parents. That was selected by their neighborhood. For him, it was selected by prison. I could tell. You give a Muslim a prison. Prison selected his religion. He is selected by a motherfucker that knocked on his door and turned into a Jehovah's Witness. And you're selected by ego.
You think that I'm a Christian by ego?
Ego.
Please elaborate now.
Ego. You got ego. Everybody in the church got ego. The church got the biggest ego.
There's no ego. The church is built on confidence and faith.
Ego. Built on ego. Yeah. And it collects it.
You don't believe in tithes and offering? Helping out those that can't help fend for themselves?
Jesus helped people with his way. He created miracles to give. The church robbed Peter to pay Paul. That's the opposite.
There are churches that go on outreach and mission trips across the world to help out there as well.
Jesus got his funding from the Creator. He took 2 fish, turned them to more. To water, turned it to wine. He didn't sit around a collection plate and get money from his disciples. He fed his disciples.
So with the fish and the loaves of bread, do you believe that was a literal story where he fed the 500, or do you think that was parody?
He did it. No.
With 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. So you already good to say that
I did.
you fed people with 2 fish and 5 loaves
I
of
go out. I didn't pay people for free.
How?
Walked to the grocery store, took all the food.
That's stealing.
No, it's still if you was hungry. And people was hungry, they need to eat.
That is the
That was a miracle. That was a miracle.
No, that's
That was
act
a miracle.
of Satan.
That was a
Now
miracle.
you're claiming it to be
No,
a miracle.
it was a miracle. I had to eat. I was hungry. That was a miracle. I ate.
You should have prayed and you should have seen.
Food never would have came if I prayed. I would have died of starvation.
There are
Waiting
those
on God.
There are those that pray and they have their blessing delivered to them.
Only thing God did was block the door so I could get out. He made sure they could see me. He made me invisible.
So you believe that God blessed your act of stealing?
Of course. Why wouldn't you? I got free will, don't I? You help the devil. Why wouldn't you help me?
We acknowledge the Muslim gentleman.
You ain't got to say. It's over with for the Muslims. Allah Akbar.
You acknowledge the devil?
Yeah. Why not? Everybody do.
We acknowledge
Well,
the Jehovah Witness gentleman.
in God's 10 commandments, it says, "Thou shalt not steal." So how do you feel like God?
It said, I have not stolen. And it came from the book of the dead. Moses changed it, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. It came straight off the mountain and killed. That nigga didn't even listen to God. So why I listen to him?
Revelations 22, 18, 19 is like,
Revelation mean to re-reveal.
correct. Now,
I mean, it already happened.
but verse 18 is letting you know that these verses are prominent in your life, because if you heed these words, it's going to be a benefit for you in your spiritual walk. And for those around you as well. It's foolish to deny these words of honor to you.
I know the Bible is free. You the one that got belief. I know what I know. So don't sit and kind of use the Bible as a weapon.
I'm not using it as
I understand.
the weapon.
But I shall not follow.
The weapon
You
that you're
nor
talking about.
your God.
Our God.
No, not mine. Our God. I ain't none of my God. That's yours.
I'm not warding God.
I'm not available to our boss. You keep.
God is available.
You keep.
So you are disowning
I
God.
keep. I don't want. I don't want. Call us up.
So you're denouncing God?
I don't want. I denounce you.
That was blasphemous.
I denounce him.
I would admit.
I denounce him and all his angels. I denounce the devil too. I denounce you.
So who do you accept?
I denounce the earth. I only accept me.
And that's your problem. I will be praying for you. And I hope that you're going to be blessed, regardless of the foolish things that you said.
This the best you got. The last time you sent 2. This time you sent 3.
Any close?
Sent 30.
We're going to start with the Jehovah Witness gentleman.
Well, in Ecclesiastes,
Sent 30 more. I'm talking to your God.
well, my God is the same. So
And he in the sky, looking down. Ain't like Santa Claus. Judge if you good, bad, right or wrong.
We're acknowledging the Jehovah Witness.
in Ecclesiastes 9:5, this serves as a reminder to value life and to make the most time on the earth. Do you believe that you value your life? Do you believe that you're making value time of everything that you're saying that you're doing right now?
Life. As your body. Neither of us can probably comprehend that. The value is determined by what you do with it. Everybody don't observe the value of life. Some people don't know what value means, can't determine value. One man trash is valuable to the next man. So who the fuck is you to determine what's valuable or not?
We're going to respect our guests. Please, we're going to go ahead and dodge the Muslim Juma.
I just want to say everything in the dark will always come to the light. And when it does come to the light, you'll understand.
The dark and the light.
You'll understand the world a lot better, my brother.
The dark
You will understand the world a lot better, my brother.
Same.
No, it's not.
That's no different.
Can you see in the light?
You can't see in the dark because it blind you the moment you try to put eyes on it. Because scientists have studied the dark. And they realize there's more energy in the dark than in the light. The universe was created through the dark. The sun came out of a black hole. So the dark got more power than the light. No, my brother. Jesus said the light of this world, devil.
Never agree with that.
He said, let your light shine. He will let your light shine.
Oh, come on. It's a more different type of light. There's a light within you.
I'm going to close with 2 Corinthians 4:4.
Corinthians. They ain't white, man.
The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Jesus Christ, who is the image of God. So for those who feel that they need this veil removed from over their eyes, I'd recommend that you pray that the Father lifts this veil from your eyes so that you can see the truth of the full gospel.
Hold up, prayers.
You done? I'm done. I'm sorry that you had to sit through that.
As long as you ain't put us in a circle and pray, I'm good.
No, I really would like to pray with you.
That'd be fucked.
Arms up. Face the east, my brother.
Well, we thank you for your time today. This has been the X-Files.